Okay, hi everybody. We're here with Kris Bradley. We're
Hello, hello.
Silverson, and we're so excited to have her here with us. Kris, I think people know you and they know a lot about you, but we were super excited to find out that you actually, sing on other people's tracks, and we were really excited to have you sing on our Christmas song, "Naughty Can Be Nice." And so we're just wanted to have a little gathering today, get to know you a little better, and say hello, and have you meet everybody, and because we actually have never met, right? Even like on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who don't know you, give us the elevator pitch, Miss Bradley.
Sure. So I am a singer, songwriter, producer, and I head Boom Fox Productions. We specialize in creating music for film and TV and sync, as well as some beat licensing, as well as music for independent artists. But I also run Produce Like a Boss, which is the educational side of things, where I teach singers, songwriters how to produce their own music and turn it into a business, which is how I connected with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I do a lot of vocal session work through Boomfox Productions as well, which is what brought you to me to hire me to do these vocals. Which I
Yes.
gotta just speak to that really quick. I have been so busy with both Boomfox and Produce Like a Boss that I've actually been turning down a lot of work for higher work these days. But I listened to the song and I just really, really loved it, and I was really excited to sing it. So
Oh, sweet. So we got it at the right time.
you really did. Not that I'm so cool or anything. I'm just so busy, and
Yeah.
I've been turning
Right.
down a lot of work for higher work. I've even been referring a lot of my clients to other students of mine and other producers that have a little bit more time. But when I heard the song, I was like, oh, I got to sing this song. So
That's
Well, we're
awesome.
honored.
Well, we feel really grateful that that you like the song enough to want to sing it and be part of it. And so we did a little bit of. We had three holiday songs that came out this year, and we did see some pitching back in July, August. We've been picked up by a few sync agents, but we haven't had anything placed yet. So we're hoping 2022 is going to be
Hmm.
a year. I've done some of your, courses casually, and I think my persona speakers were based on your recommendation, and
very cool.
my head
Yes.
full.
I suggest anyone who's interested in an entry level kind of producing kind of deal, like definitely check out Kris. She does very well with what I love too is like she has a course, right, with recorded videos. You can take them at your own time and your own comfortability. But also what's also great is like her Facebook community is so robust and so like you feel like at home, right? So there's no pressure. So anyone who wants to do like production, definitely a good to start out. But check out Miss Bradley and produce like a boss.
Yeah.
Thank you. We do have a pretty awesome community.
Yeah.
So,
So
Chris, sorry, go ahead.
oh, go.
No, I was just gonna say, we're coming to like the end of 2021, right? Into a new year, kind of a yay for me anyway. And so, do you have any like highlights of your year of 2021 that you've had, other than singing "Naughty Can Be Nice"?
Of course.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this has been a really incredible year with a lot of really great wins. I think a couple of highlights that stand out to me is being able to collaborate with Slate Digital has been really amazing. I'm now creating some content in partnership with them, and I've done like a commercial with them, and continuing to nurture that relationship. And I've been kind of a fangirl of Slate Digital for a long time, so to be able
Okay,
to
cool.
work with them as a collaborator has been an absolute dream. We passed 1,000 students in from voice memo to demo, which is just one course of Produce Like a Bosses. But now we actually have a new, more advanced program called Home Studio Boss, and we launched that as well as another program called Beat Making for Songwriters this year. And both really just hit it off so well with the students, and a lot of the students are seeing immediate results and getting their first paid clients and really going to that next level as a producer. So that's what really lights me up these days, is being able to be a part of, just other people's journey and help them see success with their music. So That's been a huge highlight of the years, celebrating other people's successes.
Oh, that's
Awesome.
amazing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be ignorant, but Rob probably knows. What is Slay?
Oh, so Slate Digital, they manufacture, like they make amazing
Plugins.
plugins,
Oh,
and they
okay.
also have amazing hardware as well. So like I love their mics. I love, yeah, I just love everything that they do. But their software plugin bundle is like off the charts. It's
Uh,
amazing.
okay. Oh, okay. That's why. See, Rob's kind of like our track guru. I'm just learning. So I really just got started this year, even though I've been making music for a really long time. I just
Yeah,
started like tracking and stuff. So I don't know all the little bells and whistles. Just getting my
I feel you. I feel
yeah.
you.
And the word guru is used very loosely. Guru is used very loosely because we're not gurus yet. But I wanted to ask you about your background in singing because
Mhm.
like Naughty Can Be Nice is one of our inspirations. Kind of was like Santa Baby. It has like a almost like a little vintage vibe, sex sultry, but also a little Eartha Kitt situation.
Yeah.
And your voice worked so perfectly. What's your background vocally? What do you kind of sing usually?
Yeah. So I grew up with my great grandmother in my great grandmother's house for the first 8 years. And I grew up singing the jazz standards, big band,
Oh,
blues, and swing.
Mm,
So actually, I remember singing with my great grandmother's choir. She was in a senior citizens choir, and she brings me and the kid, to sing. And when I was 10 years old, I came in, I sang "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas." Everything was in my falsetto, and it sounded really. Oh. But then when I was 12, I said, she goes, "Well, what song do you want to sing this year?" And I said, "I want to sing Santa Baby." And I went from this falsetto-y like little kid to like
that's
this like
awesome.
12-year-old coming in all Santa Baby. It was slightly inappropriate, but it was I knew kind of that's around the age that I started really gravitating towards the more raspier, bluesier, chestier
mm.
singers, like the Billie Holidays and the Ella Fitzgeralds and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's why your voice is so perfect on the track. I heard it come through, and I think I read somewhere the jazz thing, and I'm glad you picked it up because that was not one of our references. It was kind of like
Yeah.
Santa Baby. It was kind of like Eartha Kitt. It was kind of like
That's
uh,
why it
uh
really resonated for me too, because when I heard the track, it's like that's kind of like where my heart always feels at home, is like, and I don't get to do a lot of jazz, who's
Right.
asking for big band and jazz and Eartha
mm,
Kitt. So yeah.
That's an awesome story, though. How amazing! I'm sure we would have gotten along when we were 12. It sounds like you were a little
Yeah.
rebellious as well.
yeah.
So what's next for you? It sounds like you had a really awesome 2021 and a lot happened. Like, what's next for you next year? Do you have any like big plans?
Yeah, we're expanding this so the latest program I told you about, which is more it's more advanced for the more advanced producer who's looking to turn this into a business. And so we're expanding on that program next year by adding high level coaching to it, where people are going to be able, I have more coaches on the team besides just me.
Mm.
The students will get more one-on-one, and they'll get more customized action plans to turn their home studios into a business. So that's going to be a really big focus for me going into the new year. And I've also brought on another intern, another team member that can help to keep Boomfox going, because it's really easy with with Produce Like a Boss kind of took off and became the star of the show, to let go of working on my own projects. But now that I have an
Mm.
extra set of hands to assist me with like kind of the back end of things, I can continue to create music through Boomfox Productions as well, so that I get to still be an artist and a songwriter and a producer as well as teach it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Question: you said your own stuff, and it takes me back. 'Cause I remember last year around Halloween time, you released your own. It was
Yeah.
like a cool video by the pool.
Yeah.
It was. So you actually do artist stuff as well.
I do. I do. It's been a minute, because this year I've just been so excited about the educational side of things, and really
Hmm.
focused on helping other people achieve their goals, which I'm not slowing down on that at all. I would just like to pursue some more musical goals at the same time.
Mm.
But there's no way, with everything I have going on running this company, that I could do that without the assistance of like another team member to help me actually manage Boomfox Productions, because
Hmm.
I can barely make the time to actually write and record and do the just the artsy part of it, right? But there's so much back end, like in administration and project management and like pitching them, the grind.
Yeah, you're running
out there.
You're running business.
You're a creator, but you're also like a salesperson and a manager, and then you're doing admin and you're doing registrations and all this stuff. So really, I've had a lot of team members to help me with Produce Like a Boss, but I haven't really had someone to help me with Boom Fox Productions, which I just brought somebody on. So I'm excited because now I feel like Boom Fox doesn't have to be the stepchild anymore, kind of like getting left in the background, and we can all move forward together, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Totally get it. I know that dynamic well. It's like trying to feed your creative side and managing other businesses and things. So when you release as an artist, is it under Kris Bradley, or do you have like another artist name that you use? Or
yeah, when it's stuff that it depends on what it is. So normally I will do like an AKA based on what the project is. If it feels like it doesn't really go into alignment with my artist project. But I'm also going to be releasing things under Boom Fox Productions. So a lot of instrumental stuff. And then like, for example, I'll create some beats or I'll create some instrumentals. And if I feel like that just becomes its own instrumental project that doesn't really work with Kris Bradley as an artist, I'll release it under my production company name. Gotcha. But if I like the beat or I like the instrumental and I go, ooh, I'm going to top line to that, and then that feels like it fits my vibe, I'll also release it as an artist. So that's part of what I'm going to be teaching in the Home Studio Boss program, is that I'm going to be teaching people how to really get the most out of a song. Like, how much leverage can we get out of one song? Can we release the instrumental as one thing, top line it, or get it to another artist to top line it and do that as another project, and can we pitch it for film and TV, and just kind of get all the different avenues for it. So that was a long answer.
Right. and Kris Bradley as an artist, when it's you, like you release for you, do you do like standards and stuff, or is it pop, or is it rock? Like what's your genre when it's
I'm still kind of a genre mutt, to be honest. Like when it comes down to it, I always am going to have that bluesy, jazzy thing to whatever I do. The last project that I did, I put my name on, I did them with Warner Chappell PM, and that definitely had more of a rock vibe to it, which kind of took me back to like my late teens and early 20s. I was like a rock band in a lot of rock bands, but these days I feel like I'm more like, if you add that jazzy kind of bluesy thing to pop, like that's what I feel like is more in alignment with what I'm doing now. Gotcha. I plan 1 year to make like a standards Christmas album where I want it to be completely like traditional. I want to hire like a big band. But yeah, like I want to make it sound like it came straight out of the 40s for sure. Awesome. So that's on the horizon for sure. Maybe next year, we'll see.
I wrote a song with another co-writer of mine, and it was kind of jazz. It wasn't nearly as big as big band is, but I imagine how hard that it's kind of do without an actual band who plays together. So many, it's definitely a lost art.
Yeah, there's a part of me that's going, Electro Swing is really cool. I like it. It's basically like EDM mixed with like big band. I'm considering doing some projects like that under my artist name, and just because it would literally feed my soul, because I just love singing that so much. But at the same time, it wouldn't be as limiting as if I had just did a jazz record. There's just not as many homes for that. And you know me, I'm always thinking like business minded. I'm not really like, where are my fans at? I'm like, where's the opportunity? I'm always thinking like an entrepreneur. Like, I'm like, how can I get this, either placed or whatnot? So it might be more commercial for me to take a more pop approach with the jazz thing. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to explore it next year.
Well, that's why you're a boss. You always think about the end goal. It's not about, my artists. No, it's about how to make these bucks.
That's just kind of where I'm at, like I think I made music for a long time for me only. And I really noticed a big shift when I stopped saying like, well, what is it that I want to do, and started going, well, what is it that the world needs? Like what's the market need? And then find that happy medium where I get to still do what I love. For example, I'm not talking about just making an EDM record. I'm saying, okay, I love to sing jazz. No one's probably going to pay me a lot of money for that. It's probably going to be limited usage on that, right? But what if I did Electro Swing, and then brought those two together. And I've seen that stuff placed in car commercials. I've seen it in the backgrounds of plenty of TV shows and stuff. So we'll see.
That's awesome. And I totally get that too, because I had a band for a long time and I was like a rocker chick. And it's really just the past couple of years that I started writing music outside of just like, oh, I'm an artist and I have something I need to express. And it's different. It's this same thing. Like I miss I kind of want to do an EP this year because I miss that artist piece of me and versus just writing, for other things. So it is that balance. Okay, so I have to ask, who's your fur baby? Because I see him in the background.
That's Ella. Okay, so that's Ella Fitzgerald. Okay.
Awesome.
And then I got another one sleeping over here, Billie Holiday. So they're both sisters.
Oh my God, you're such a jazz lover.
It's funny,
They're sisters.
I have two, and often when Rob and I co-write, Huggy Bear, one's very friendly and one's not. And he'll just come in, always usually at the end of something like this or a co-write, and just crawl right up on the desk, put his face in the computer. Be like, hey, I want to be part of the Zoom.
Yeah, he's very jealous. He's very protective and jealous. Every time I get him to co-write, he's there. So.
Yeah. He's like, I'm in the room. My name's on that, right?
Right? Yeah, right.
I feel like Ella, like she's very shy. So Ella's the dainty kind of shy one, and Billy is the very like in your face, like look at me one. But Billy's sleeping, and Ella's always like she wants to be part of it, but kind of in the background. So she always like incognito sneaks into the shot.
Yeah, she just
like, don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm like, oh, I didn't see you there.
Yeah, she just kind of talking, and she just kind of strolled in and popped up on her ottoman, and
she's posing.
I have no cats. I have no dogs. No. That is all.
You're like, that is all. But we love our fur babies.
Yeah.
How old are your kitties?
They are 2.5.
Oh, they're little.
Yeah, I just got them.
Oh, nice. So, Kris, where are you? Where do you reside? Are you on the West Coast?
I'm in
LA?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm in San Diego. I'm from LA originally, but I'm in San Diego right now. But we are actually looking at a property in Scottsdale, Arizona, knock on wood, which we are going to be moving into in the new year.
Oh, wow.
If everything goes
States.
I know. And I feel like I just got back because I lived in Nashville for 5 years, and then I came back to California because I was missing the West Coast. And now I just joke around with my love. His name is Jeff. And I'm like, oh, I just came back to California to get you, apparently, because now we've both, kind of
going again.
Well, there's multiple reasons to go to Arizona, but it's mostly business opportunities for him. And for me, I can be anywhere. So
yeah, that's kind of cool. And I also like how you taught everyone, like, okay, different ways of making money. And like the whole idea of being remote. Like the pandemic has taught us so much as singers, songwriters. Hey, listen, get that set up. I bought the speakers you suggested. I bought those. I'm like, just get it set up in your closet and make that cash. Be a boss,
Make that cash. Well, it's like I know a lot of my students, like when the pandemic hit, that was their primary source of income was from live gigs. And for a long time, that was my primary source of income too.
Right.
And I felt very fortunate that I had already transitioned into a full-time studio musician by the time that the pandemic hit, because nothing really changed for me.
Right.
Like, I didn't see a big hit, and I felt so blessed for that. But I also saw a lot of people that like that's where their primary income all of a sudden are coming to me like, how do I do what you do? And I think that it used to be like, oh, working from home is a luxury. It's now transitioned into a necessity.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I think even without the pandemic, to be honest, that's just kind of where things have been moving.
Yeah.
Even like, you'll see a documentary, Beyonce's tracking vocals in a house, not in a studio. Not that she doesn't ever go to the studio, but it's just far more, the norm to record at home now.
It gives you the control. It allows you to save money because once the quality is good, the mic is good, and the acoustics is good, you don't need to pay that studio fee. Or and for introverts like me, oh my God, the pandemic was like, I get to stay home, no traffic. I get to go right all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, so it was.
It was kind of the silver lining thing because I worked remotely in my other life. I would do marketing and events, so I was like. I wasn't really doing that much music. But I was out of work, and I was like, you know what? it's like it gave people, I think, the opportunity, like you were already doing it, but for like me, it gave me the opportunity to get back to my passion, which is music, and do that and just be like,
Yeah.
hey, I've got this time and I'm going to make the most of it. And, I'm going to
Yeah.
be a bigger part of song time. That's how you grow up and like, start to learn a little production. And I think for a lot of us, right, it gave us the opportunity. That was kind of the silver lining to pursue some of those things, and open a different door. So,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kris. We appreciate you coming on. And Gail, do you want to play a little bit of the song? You want to cue it up a
Oh
bit
yeah, yes, I should have played that
on our
I
at the
totally
beginning,
forgot.
right? But that's fine. That's fine. They
But
already know it. It's already hit.
but I just have one other question for Kris. So, do you have any big plans for New Year's, or you just laying low at home with your man and your kitties?
We're actually going to go to do the property inspection. So we'll be driving, we're going to
Oh,
go to Arizona tomorrow, and then I think we'll be driving home on New Year's Eve. So we'll probably just call it, we're kind of homebodies, both of us anyways.
right.
So we'll probably just hopefully come home and be celebrating. There's a couple contingencies that need to happen for this property to work. One being that I need the HOA to okay the studio I'm going to build in the backyard.
Oh, okay. So no more internal room studio anymore. Nope, you want the
No, I
outside.
mean, this is my living room, and I can't do that to another human that I love and live with. I can't be like, the living room is mine. And no houses are really built with what I need for the space, number
Acoustics,
one.
yeah.
And number two, he is allergic to cats. If you can believe that.
No.
So I know, but it's kind of a two birds, one stone, or two cats, one stone problem. If I can just pop up a really nice studio in the back, which I'm looking at things like tiny houses, and there's a company called Studio Shed where you can build like a yoga studio, like a really nice big space about the size of like a garage. And if I have that, that's what we're kind of working with here anyways. I wouldn't feel bad for the cats. They would just be studio cats, and then I'd have my space, and it would be a little bit more dialed in, because right now, as much as like I've got all the acoustic treatment, you can see that space over there, and then it goes into the kitchen, so that's not ideal.
Tiles, yeah, acoustic, yeah.
So getting into a room that's actually a perfect rectangle is going to be ideal for my space. So
That's
if the
amazing.
HOA says that I can build it, we're in. But
Okay, well,
But if not,
we'll keep our fingers crossed for you that all works
Thank
out
you.
for you. That sounds incredible. Yay!
thank you.
Awesome. Well, now we're gonna play "Naughty Can Be Nice," and you can hear Kris's awesome voice on this song.
Share sound and
Oh, hold on. Let me do that. Whoop. First, hold on. Yeah, because we're on a different Zoom link today. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, ready? Here we go.
Hey Santa, sometimes being bad feels pretty good. Why's a girl gotta choose? In the summer, spring or fall, I was a good girl through them all. But being sweet gets pretty old. This holiday gonna be a real ball. Get ready for a big surprise, 'cause it's time to meet my wild side. Put a knock on ice, adding extra spice. Gonna be dimming down the lights, 'cause night it can be nice. Feeling ho ho ho, we're gonna steal the show. No more silent night, yes, night it can be nice. I like to misbehave a bit, so Santa put me on both lists. So leave the angel on the tree. It is the season to get what I need. And I'll be hanging under mistletoe in a sexy dress called real love. Put a knock on ice, adding extra spice. Gonna be dimming down the lights, 'cause night it can be nice. Feeling ho ho ho, we're gonna steal the show. No more silent night, yes, night it can be nice.
That is a little bit of "Naughty Can Be Nice" with Kris on vocals, and it's available on all the streaming services: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, all of those places. And there's also a lyric video that we just put up this week. Kris, I don't know if you have had a chance to see that, but so if people want to sing along, they can tune in the lyric video on YouTube or through our Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, so, but yeah, we were.
And if you happen to be a music supervisor and you like that song and want to place it, give us a holler. Just saying.
We would all benefit from that. Right. But Kris, we're so grateful and thankful that we were able to work with you on this, and hopefully in the future, we can work on more things together. I think this year I might have to make a dive and take your class and learn some more about production.
Let me know when you're ready, Gail.
I need some help.
That's my specialty, is pulling the singer-songwriters in from singer-songwriter world into the dark side, into the rabbit hole.
Into the dark side, I know. I know, I kick myself sometimes. I'm like, well, if I only had learned GarageBand like 10, 12, 15 years ago when it came out. I had
the next best time is now.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? But thank you.
It's the next best time is now.
What, Rob?
No, that's not like a song. The next best time is now. I like it.
I like that.
I like it.
Maybe it's a song. So, Kris, anything else you want to say to our audience before we sign off here today?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me, and thanks for writing a badass song and asking me to sing on it.
Well, do you want to plug anything one time for those listening?
What's that?
Do you want to plug any of your things before you get here?
You can, if you want to learn how to produce your own music and or turn it into a business, you can find me at Produce Like a Boss on all the socials, or YouTube, or producelikeaboss.com.
Yes. And she also has a cool podcast that you can listen to as well.
And a podcast.
And a merch line.
The book is coming in 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Kris. Wishing you the happiest new year and good luck with your house. And I hope the HOA approves everything. And hopefully we'll stay in touch and see you soon.
Yes, thank you. Happy New Year, guys.
Bye.
Bye.